before and I'll say it again, there are no wives left. There are plenty of women and girlfriends possibly, but there are no wives left. And I say that because it just gives hood rat. It just gives, we're in a hood rat era. Like, they're online talking about how they don't cook. They're online talking about how they don't clean. They're online, they don't want no kids, but yet they're twerking all day. They're VIP bottle rats. Like, it's like that's all we're seeing. And it's like, these are the behaviors that they're going to teach your future daughters. You know what I mean? So I see why y'all don't want to marry them. It's always baddie, shot o'clock. I don't even know the saying if that's right. I just learned it. Anyways, but like I said, like, I just feel like there are no wives left. Again, if you're just looking for a woman to do sexual things with and probably give her some money, I'm pretty sure a lot of people like that arrangement, because they're online talking about they don't do all these things, but then they get mad when they ask a man for $500 on a random Tuesday. It's like, why are y'all expecting money from men who y'all aren't giving anything to? I mean, ass or cash? I mean, y'all gonna have to make some decisions pretty soon. I mean, it's just seeming like women, like, men are cooking more, they're cleaning, they're doing everything by themselves. It's kind of like women are becoming obsolete, because it's like, what do you have to offer? What besides some ass? I mean, what do you have to offer? I mean, men appreciate a home cooked meal. They appreciate even appreciation. That's the freest thing you can give a man. He will love you to the end of time if you show him appreciation. He can be starving, and if you appreciate him, he will still be like, oh, thanks, babe. You know, but it's like, y'all not cooking, y'all not cleaning, y'all are embarrassing to be with. It's like, y'all talking about how embarrassing men are. No, women are really embarrassing. Like, imagine coming home from work and there's no meal, and you got to cook your own meal. Imagine coming home from work and this girl been here all day and your house is dirty. It's like, that is embarrassing. You know, like, in the night, I mean, y'all keep talking about I'm always bringing up the past. I am always bringing up the past. Like, oh, they were getting beat. Everybody was, my grandma didn't get beat, but the house was still clean and the meals were still cooked. Okay, let me just talk about stuff that I know for a fact that my grandmas did not get. They put paws on because they was, you know, good women. But maybe y'all grandmas was hood rat. Maybe y'all grandmas was hoes. Maybe that's why they was getting beat. Shit, I don't know. But if that's all y'all got to go back on, something's got to change.
We fucking. It's simple as that. Fuck the dumb shit.
You know what I find interesting? There's this narrative saying that, oh, there are no more wives out there. All the wives are gone. The modern woman is taken over. That's not true. Listen, there are plenty of wives out there. The problem is too many of you guys are trying to make a wife rather than find one. Sure, you have a woman right there, but you can't make her your wife. A wife is something that's found. And oftentimes, guys will marry a chick thinking that that'll make her his wife. No. Find the one. Sometimes she's right there standing in front of you, but you over here trying to make somebody your wife. No. There are plenty of wives out there. You just have to find them.
A lot of women talking about men don't chase no more, apply pressure. There are literally no more wives left. No more. All the wives, all the good women, they all been taken and gone. All we got left is hookah girls, section girls. I don't party much. Once you hear that line, I don't party much, just change your calls, King. Change your calls, because that is not going to go nowhere. Because that's every woman's punchline right now. I don't party much. I don't go to the club. Yes, you do. And matter of fact, you even met Shorty at the club and she's telling you that. Can you imagine?
You can't find a wife out here. There's no wife material left. Satan has successfully socially engineered the Western Europeanized woman to be the exact opposite of what a wife should be. And when you suggest, look, you're a woman, you should be a chasekeeper at home, you should be serving your husband, you should be obeying, they say you're a womanizer, you're a male chauvinistic pig. That's oppressive. And then you say, well, what's not oppressive? Oh, you around other men all day. Oh, you out working is not oppressive. You'd rather be working, and that's not oppressive. You see, so unless you're going to find a wife in an old folks' home, that's about the only hope you got.
All right, so you got it going around that, you know, I keep seeing this on social media posts that there's no more wives left in America, right? And, you know, the whole hella talking point is that the hoes and the good girls all dress the same. And the good girl argument is that, you know, I see the hoes dressing like this and getting attention, so they not paying attention to me. And that attention that they really speaking of is social media, and that's the dangerous thing about social media. More women use social media and put more into social media than men, and the highest users of social media are black women. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even make up the largest, piece of the pie percentage wise, right? But hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. So yeah, that's I find that funny. Yeah, I find it funny, man, honestly. Yeah, I mean, it's just they live through social media. They live through likes and who with the rappers. And if you just know how the rappers was doing them, giving them women diseases, pumping and dumping them, making them baby mamas. They find out the rapper ain't got no money, or they can't take them to child support because their money 1099, and they getting them handed the money at the show, and now they single moms. And you know what I'm saying? If they really knew the backstory and of what happens and what goes on in those situations, you don't want that attention. All attention ain't good attention. You gonna see your kids online, seeing you back naked, seeing you twerk, seeing all that type of stuff, man. So, the representation of yourself, obviously, do you want, instant gratification by likes and all that type of stuff, and people in your DMs? And so, but yeah, man, most of these women just feel like, oh, men are bullshit, so I'm a bullshit and not be a good woman. But unfortunately, guys can recover. They can be, womanizers, abusers. They could be deadbeats, and then they can recover, turn a new leaf, and another woman will still want them. They will want that reformed version of him. They want the fucked up version of him. And that has nothing to do with the man. That has more to do with the women that's picking the man, right? So a man can have a tumultuous past. I done seen dudes go to jail for trying to kill their wives and smoke crack, and women, flocking to them, still dealing with them, having around their children and all that. So that just lets you know it's not a misogyny thing. It's not a patriarchal thing where they try to make it seem it's the patriarchy. It's not the patriarchy. You know what I mean? What it's telling you is that y'all women just have terrible taste in men. And what's so funny about it, you don't see a bunch of men trying to cosplay Pookie and Ray Ray. You don't see a bunch of men, trying to dress and be gangster and be something that they not, just to get with women. You see a lot of men either work on themselves, get the money, dog the hoes out. You see dudes work on themselves, or you see dudes go where they celebrated at. Simple as that. You see a lot of dudes going where they celebrated at. Women, how do they do it? They turn, instead of asking men what do they really want in a wife and all that, what they turn around and do, they just do what other women do, not what wives do, not what successful wives do. They do what the hoes do to get the attention. They want to be hoeing outside. They want to be catching STDs going to the clinic. They want to be getting abortions. They want to do that, bruh. They want to join in the fun. They want the drama. They want the drama. They want to jump into the fun. Everybody else doing it. Women are followers by nature. But instead of following the trend of trying to find a mentorship of what the good women and the successful women doing, they follow everything that Becky do instead of the great qualities about Becky. Now, you see men on the internet saying that women just like the toxic qualities about men, right? They like to see, oh, men can sleep with anybody and men can make a baby and leave, and why can't we? And we all know most time the situation, that's not the truth. The woman get bitter and keep the baby away. The woman make it difficult. So the man just move on, right? So instead of really, and they take the worst traits away. They want to just have the worst traits that the men have, that they feel like the men have. Same thing with Becky. They just want the hair. They want to be desired like Becky. A lot of women, black women, but they don't see the good parts of how they pick a man, how their parents train them to pick the right guy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's hard when you out here and you looking for a good woman. Yeah, a lot of them got high body counts. And they thinking it's nothing. They thinking it's funny. You know, you just saying pick the best hoe available. And women should be ashamed that men feel that way, that you just pick the best hoe available. Most women come in with trust issues into the relationship. Ain't never been in a relationship, got a trust issue from the internet, what their mama been through, or what they heard their auntie been through, what they seen a girl go through the internet. Instead of just trusting that man. If you trust him to penetrate you, you trust him to put his eggplant in your mouth, you don't trust him out there, you shouldn't be dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'll be wondering why guys be ghosting them. Just listen to what you're saying. If you come and you talking to a guy and it's all self-centered around you and some of the stuff that you saying, then you happy. But yeah, you know, and as men, you got to just know how to pick quality women. You can go overseas and pick a woman with a body count just as high as it is in America. So it ain't about black, white, brown. It's about the characteristics of the person. And one of the characteristics that nobody talk about in women is selflessness. A woman that's a giver, a woman that likes to do things for people, a woman that loves to do philanthropy, volunteer work, a woman that look out for people around them. She want them to do better. She throw them opportunity. Hey, they hiring here, they doing this, or I want to do this for this person. I want to celebrate their birthday. That type of woman that's looking to really help people, that's one of the biggest attractive traits that men should be looking for. That really want better for people. You know, women that do missionary work, or women that love to do volunteer work, or women that love to work with the youth and want to help people out and want to better their community. To be honest, that's a huge, because most women selfish. They give a fuck about themselves over their kids. They do all this, they all self-centered and selfish, and they get older and got nothing. That's what they don't understand. Nothing. All the memories and trips, you got nothing, man. You supposed to share your love, share your wisdom, you know, share your ability to the world, you know, share your caring and femininity with the world. And same thing for men. Supposed to pass the game down to the young men. Whether it's working on cars, whether it's just, you know, wisdom, whether it's how to paint, whether it's how to do a hustle, whether it's how to we supposed to pass that down. Your experiences in life, how to carry yourself at the workplace. We supposed to pass that down. But, you know, pick the character of the woman, man. Pick the character. How she treats you, how she prioritize you. Her loyalty, her trust. You know, how's her parents? How's her background, her family? They don't tell a lot. I'm giving you the layers to it. How interested is she into you? Does she want to see you? Do she love coming over? Do she want to touch you? Be affectionate? That's the one thing guys don't understand. Women want to be affectionate. If they don't want to touch you, rub against your back, rub their feet on you, or touch and rub you and do stuff like that, bro, it is what it is. It is what it is. So it's a lot of characteristics that you look for in there, and you hope that they dress well and they dress a certain type of way. All these type of things you could tell in the beginning. Look at their social media, how they dress, how they carry themselves, how they talk, how they treat you on a day, how they speak well. You know, if y'all hit it off, you thought it went well. Did you get home? How are you? All that shit can tell. And also the sexual attraction is very, very key. If you going in there and you being hypersexual with these women and you being a horn dog, that's a turnoff, bro. You being thirsty is a turn. Just think about that for a minute. For a lot of dudes out there to give y'all the game. Yo, thirst is a turnoff. Think about how women call other women. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. How other women call other women pygmies. Oh, y'all just being too thirsty. So think about if they shaming other women for being too thirsty for men. What do you think they think about you being too thirsty for them? It's a turnoff, especially being too thirsty sexually. It's a turnoff. I guarantee you, if you just really, get to know them and don't even bring up sex, I guarantee you in today's climate, she's going to make a sexual advance at you she's going to make a sexual comment to you at first. Gesture, comment, It shouldn't even be on your mind, bro. Mark those other boxes off. But that's all I have to say. Hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Peace.
Man, the best type of woman to wife up is a woman that already had a whole pass. Like, she ready to go on and settle down and be a good wife and be a good woman to one dude. You know what I'm saying? She already been through there. Like, a lot of y'all do be thinking, oh, I don't want to date no woman with a whole pass. I'm going to be real, bro. 90% of women had a whole pass, bro. They ain't going to tell you about. And that's cool. Because guess what? We done the same thing. We just get praised for it. But if she been through her whole phase and she ready to settle down and be good to you, bro, just focus on that. Especially if she got a lot of shit going for herself. Especially if she got, you know what I'm saying, if she got shit going, she ain't no bum. Like, bro, work on building the future. Don't get hung up on some shit you might have found out she did a couple years ago. And all of them sold that coochie before too. They ain't gonna tell you that. That ain't none of your business though. As a man. What they look like turning down $300, $400, $500 from a guy they already attracted to. You know what I'm saying? That just want to pay them for the night. They not gonna turn that down. They not gonna tell you about it. And it ain't none of your business. That's another thing. Men need to stay out of women's business, bro. Focus on how she treating you at the moment. Your timeline. That's what matter.
I told you, the woman eyes that's wandering all the time, man, it's because she curious. The woman that like to show her cleavage all the time, show her booty all the time, it's because they curious. Because they attention whores. They can't help it. It's in their nature. You can never turn a 304 to a housewife. It has to be in her DNA to want to be a wife or want to be a woman of value. You can't just turn her into who she was these last 20 years or to who you want her to be. She has to want to be that for herself.